Hi, good morning, or whatever time it is for you. Um, I am sorry. I have to apologize. Since I got to my new location, I don't have, I don't know, I'm just not as set up, I guess, or something. I didn't notice I was filming all of them, like, vertically. Um, so I'm sorry for that. And I know the sound has been weird. I think the fan, once it's been running for a while, does some ticking or something, so I hope that doesn't happen in this one. I don't know if it does, I'm sorry. Um, and I don't know if I like this position of the camera yet, but I guess I'll have to do for this one. I'm still just trying to figure out my new spot here. Um, but yeah, let's jump into Proverbs chapter 3, verse 19, and actually, I'm going to take a moment to pray first. Um, oh God, just please be here with me right now. Um, Help me read, help me understand, help the people watching understand, help this video help or bless anyone um, that you're aiming it for. Um, Thank you for how much it blesses me and humbles me and just encourages me to do more Bible studies and digging into this Bible, God. Thank you so much for what a blessing it is on my life. And I just pray that it's able to overflow to others and not just myself. Yeah, be with me during this reading. Help me understand what message you are trying to get across, or what message you are getting across, and maybe even identifying some misinterpretations. Thank you. Amen. All right, let's just jump in. 13, Proverbs 3, verse 19. By wisdom the Lord laid the earth's foundation. That's cool. By understanding he set the heavens in place. By his knowledge the the depths, the deeps were divided. Sorry. And the clouds let drop the dew. That last bit twisted my tongue a bit. Let's see. I like that beginning part. So it's telling us, we've been hearing about why wisdom is something to desire, why wisdom is something good. And here it's straight up saying, like, God use it. By wisdom the Lord laid the earth's foundation. By understanding he set the heavens in place. By his knowledge the deeps were divided, and the clouds let drop the dew. That's a weird way to say that. The I'm gonna look that up. That's a funny way to say that. I feel like there's better ways to say that. Passport. Let's see, what was that? Verse 20. The knowledge, yeah. Proverbs 3, verse 20. Alright. So let's see. By knowledge the deep fountains of the earth burst forth, and the dew settle beneath the night sky. By knowledge the watery depths were divided. That's what I was trying to say originally. I was like, deep. By his knowledge the deeps were divided. That's a weird way to say it. But, okay, by his knowledge, the watery depths were divided. So, is that talking about, um, what is that? Continental, or what the earth is still happening today, just really slow. Um, shoot. Diversion and conversion boundaries, conversion boundaries, divergent boundaries. I think that's what that's talking about. By his knowledge, the watery depths were divided, divergent boundaries. That's what I'm getting from that. I don't know. Separating the plates and stuff. And the clouds let drop the dew. What on earth? And the dew settled beneath the night sky. So, like, it rained, and the clouds drop down the dew. Is this just talking about morning dew? I mean, this is weird to me. Like, okay, verse 19. The wisdom, the Lord laid the earth's foundation. You think of this massive event creating the ground for the earth's foundations, or actually the foundation of the earth. So like the core, like the earth. Okay, big. By understanding, he set the heavens in place. Like the heavens, the angels, the I think the sky. I think that's a lot of times when they say the heavens, they're talking about the skies. And I don't know where I got that from. Probably some teacher or something like that. But also, I think each time if you read heavens, and you think skies, it makes a little more sense. It's more what they interpret it as. I don't know. But it could just be the holy realm of where angels and stuff are too. But I'm thinking for this, it could be both actually. In this situation, I don't think I'm gonna get a different interpretation than heavens. I think it's gonna say heavens all the way through it. I don't think it will ever say skies. I could check that, but I'm gonna continue on. So, foundation of the earth by his knowledge, heavens, great, up there, and then it jumps into the deep, sort of divided. So, whether you believe it's divergent boundaries or not, but he's dividing the seas, he's creating the seas, this big thing. Then it says, and the dew in the morning, like the droplets of dew, it just seems so out of place. Like these huge things, and then and then when you wake up in the morning and the grass is wet, that was God too. Like, by the knowledge, the watery depths were broken open, and the clouds dripped with dew. And the clouds dropped down the dew. And the clouds dropped the dew. And the clouds drip with dew. And the skies drip with dew. And the skies drip with dew. And the clouds drip with dew. What on earth? It's every translation, so it's like this is what was going to be said. Clouds release the rain. That's the contemporary English version. That's where on our scale, more phrase for phrase than word for word. So that's taking it more, less word for word, I guess, is a good reason of why it says it like that. I'm going to read the whole verse for contemporary English version for verse 20. By the understanding, he let the ocean break loose, and clouds release the rain. Then the other ones grow thick with dew. The clouds grow thick with dew. The skies drop down the dew. It gives rain to the earth. See, that's what I'm thinking of saying. That's the Good News translation. His wisdom caused the rivers to flow and the clouds to give rain to the earth. It's funny that so many sound like such a non-cosmic experience, I guess. I don't know. Everything else sounds so big, and then they're like, the dew. But making the rain pour, I feel like it would say something like that, but it doesn't. So, I don't know. That's interesting. Let's see, 21. My son, preserve sound judgment and discernment. Do not let them out of your sight. They will be life for you, an ornament to grace your neck. That's the third time, at least, that we've heard that. Ornament to grace your neck. And I remember looking into that and thinking it was like, let your parents' guidance be an ornament to grace your neck. And it was like, show it off. Like, that's sort of what we got from that. Preserve sound judgment and discernment. Do not let them out of your sight. Preserve sound judgment and discernment. Yeah. I want to look those up real quick. First, discernment. I'm gonna look up the ability to judge. Well, I feel like I've looked that up before. I feel like some words are just, I'm just always like, wait, I know that, but like, what? In Christian context, perception in the absence of judgment with a view to obtain spiritual guidance and understanding. So discernment, spiritual, okay. Ability to judge well. What's the other word I was going to do? Judgment. Right? Judgment. The ability to make considered decisions or come to sensible conclusions. A misfortune or a calamity viewed as a divine punishment. Okay. So how does that work for us? Like, I guess discernment, knowing how to judge, but then my son, preserve sound judgment. Okay, sound judgment makes it a little different. It's not just you get to choose punishment for someone. Sound judgment. Let's add that in here. What is sound judgment? To assert situations or sound conclusions, sound judgment. The capacity to assess situations or circumstances shrewdly. Shrewdly. Sorry, I'm messing a lot up today, but sound judgment, the capacity to assess situations and circumstances shrewdly and to draw sound conclusions. Okay, I don't know if we needed to hear that, but they will be life for you, an ornament to grace your neck. Then you will go on your way in safety. That's verse 23. Then you will go on your way. Then you will go on your way in safety, and your foot will not stumble. When you lie down, you will not be afraid. When you lie down, your sleep will be sweet. Ooh, that sounds good. Have no fear of sudden disaster or of the ruin that overtakes the wicked, for the Lord will be your confidence and will keep your foot from being snared. Verse 23 through 26. I'm trying to think of how to think of that. So it's saying, wisdom's good. God used it to found the earth, for the foundation of the earth and all that jazz. My son, perceive sound judgment and discernment. Do not let them out of your sight. Wear them as ornament. Then you'll go on your way. You'll be safe. You won't stumble. You won't be afraid. Your sleep will be sweet. No fear of sudden disaster or ruin that overtakes the wicked. The Lord will be your confidence, will keep your foot from being snared. So you'll stay out of trouble. Sort of what I'm getting. You'll stay out of trouble. You'll be safe, staying out of trouble. You won't stumble, staying out of trouble. Sorry, this is my interpretation. This is just me trying to wrap my head around this. You won't be afraid of... Wait, what? When you lie down, you will not be afraid. I feel like if you're getting in trouble, you're going to be sort of fearful you're going to get caught. Your sleep will be sweet. It's the same thing I was just saying. Have no fear of sudden disaster or ruin that will overtake the wicked. So the people that are getting into trouble, there's a punishment that's going to be coming. For the Lord will be your confidence and will keep your foot from being snared. Okay. Be your confidence. Your confidence in that you're doing the right thing. Let's see, what if we break away from getting into trouble? What if we say sound judgment and discernment? Using sound judgment and discernment, you're being able to judge each moment in time in your life. You're able to then you'll be safe and you won't stumble, you won't be afraid, sleep well, you won't have to worry about the disaster to the wicked. God will give you confidence in what you do. You won't be snared. In context, this looks like it's talking about the benefits of being wise. You'll be safe. I guess I'm just struggling with, like, okay, you won't stumble. Stumble from what? Like, I still stumble. Well, I guess that if I didn't, I'd be claiming that I was wise, or I don't know. If you're wise, I feel like wise people still stumble. But stumble on what? Like, or what does it mean to stumble? No, that's something. Okay, sleep will be sweet. You won't be afraid. When you lie down, you will not be afraid. When you lie down, your sleep will be sweet. Just having peace, that just makes me think of having peace in Jesus, peace in God. Doesn't make me think of wisdom. I feel like if I had wisdom, well, I'd be more concerned about certain things. Maybe I'd go to sleep thinking about, I don't know. I'm a little lost in that section, I guess. I don't know if, I don't know, let's continue. Maybe we'll get some more clarity on that. Do not withhold good from those who deserve it. Okay, that's that sound judgment. When it is in your power to act. Oh, sorry, I chopped that sentence up. Do not withhold good from those who deserve it when it is in your power to act. Don't withhold it. And when you can do it, don't. Okay? Do not say to your neighbor, come back later, I'll give it tomorrow, when you now have it with you. Oh my goodness. I'm getting so confused. Okay. I'm wondering how I can help my situation. Okay. Maybe to go back a little bit. The very beginning is, my son, don't forget my teachings. And then again, God says, so that's verse 1 in chapter 3. Then in verse 21, my son, preserve sound judgment and discernment. Do not let them out of your sight. Do not forget my teaching. Do not forget them out of your sight. I see that as a connection. They're pretty similar. So this first section was saying, let's see, keep my commands, let love and faithfulness not leave you. I'm looking through the beginning of chapter 3. Then you will win favor with God. Okay, so it's saying, hey, be wise, you do it, because then these benefits, trust in the Lord with all your heart, lean not on your own understanding, in all your ways acknowledge Him. Do not be wise in your own eyes. So these are, okay, my son, do not despise the Lord's discipline, and do not resist His rebuke. Boy, see, that sounds like stumbling to me. If you're hearing God's discipline, then you stumble, right? But part of being wise is to listen to. I'm looping around in circles or something. Blessed is the man who finds wisdom, the man who gains understanding. Okay, and then it says, well, wisdom, really great. By wisdom, the Lord laid the whole. God made the earth with wisdom. My son perceives sound judgment and discernment. Okay, now are we on a different thing? We're talking about wisdom. And then also, hey, sound judgment and discernment, or does that fall under the category of wisdom? You got wisdom, and here's a little side note of, or another thing that connects to wisdom, sound judgment and discernment. And then, hey, guess what the benefits of this is? That also relates to wisdom. You'll be able to go sleep well. Make sure that your sound judgment and discernment, do not withhold goods from people. Okay, that's sound judgment, discernment. If your neighbor's like, hey, I want my thing, and you have it, use sound judgment and discernment. Give it to them. Don't be like, hey, I'm going to hold on to it for a little longer. Okay, this sounds like a subcategory of wisdom. You got wisdom, and then a little like note on wisdom, or something that's within wisdom, I guess. Sound judgment and discernment, maybe that's a little better. And then it's just saying the benefits of sound judgment and wisdom, things it can do. And now it's saying how to use sound judgment and wisdom. So it's saying, first, hey, guess what? Sound judgment can give you these. And then this is how you do it. Do not withhold goods from those who deserve it. Don't say to your neighbor, come back later, I'll give it tomorrow, when you have it with you. Do not plot harm against your neighbor who lives trustfully near you. Do not accuse a man for no reason when he has done you no harm. Do not envy a violent man or choose any of his ways. So don't be jealous. Envy, jealous, right? I'm gonna search that real quick. Jealous, right? Envy. The feeling of discontent or resentful longing aroused by someone else's possessions, qualities, or luck. Desire to have a quality, possession, or other desirable attribute belonging to someone. I think of jealousy, but okay. Shoot, we were on a roll, and then okay. Do not envy a violent man or choose any of his ways. So like, for the Lord detests a perverse man, but takes the upright into his confidence. So that makes me think of like, if you're like, hey, this violent guy, he's, let's use the whole neighbor thing. Like, maybe I borrow, or my neighbor borrows something from me, and I'm like asking nicely for it back, and he's not. And then I look at this other neighbor who's been aggressive and violent with him, and he's got his stuff. Hey, I should do that. I'm envious of him. Don't do that. That's my little example. For the Lord detests a perverse man, but takes the upright into his confidence. Up into his confidence. What does that mean? I'm gonna look that up real quick. Let's see. We got Proverbs. I'm gonna do the different translations. 3:32. For the Lord detests the perverse, but takes the upright into his confidence. But such wicked people are detestable to the Lord, but he offers his friendship to the godly. See, that makes more sense to me. So let's keep going. But the upright are in his confidence, but he is a friend to the upright. But his secret is with the righteous. Ooh, I like that one too. But his secret, this is the next one, this is it. But his secret counsels, but his secret counsel is with the upright. I like that one even more. Like, is it? But we gotta compare more. But he is intimate with the upright. But he is intimate with the upright. But he is intimate with the upright. As it keeps going. But his private counsel is with the upright. But he is a friend to the upright. But he is a friend to the upright. But his friendship is with the upright. Neither does he sit among. Oh, okay, I'm gonna read this. For every transgressor is unclean before the Lord. Neither does he sit among the righteous. That's a hard one. The Lord doesn't like anyone who is dishonest, but he lets good people be his friends. Such a funny way to say it. I mean, it makes sense in our language, but it's like, I just trying to picture God talk like that. For every mocker is an abomination to the Lord, and his communication is with the simple. Whoa, that's a huge change. But his secret is with the upright. I like his secret, or his counsel. Secret counsel is with the upright. He's friends with the friend is a weird word. It's good friendship to the godly. Okay. We got 3 more verses. Let's just go through those. 33. The Lord's curse is on the house of the wicked, but he blesses the home of the righteous. Oh, cool. So that's like a translation within the Bible of the last verse. Like, literally, I like that. Whenever the Bible does that, where it takes one saying and it says it like 2 or 3 different times, because then you get what I just was doing over here. Let's read those together then, I think. Let's see. Do not envy a violent man, or choose any of his ways, for the Lord detests a perverse man, but takes the upright into his confidence. The Lord's curse is on the house of the wicked, but he blesses the home of the righteous. He mocks proud mockers, but he gives grace to the humble. There's another one. The wise inherit honor, but the foolish he holds up to shame. Oh, nice. That's so cool. We got 32, right? Yeah, 32, 33, 34, and 35 are all saying, they're all saying the same thing, but it's like really getting in there. It's like, do you hear me? This is what I'm saying. Do you, this, like, I want to hear those again. Sorry, and then we can be done. So it starts off, let's see, one sec. So it's saying these do nots. Do not withhold good from those who deserve it. Okay, when it's in your power. Do not say to your neighbor, come back later and I'll give it to you tomorrow. Do not, when you have it today with you, when you have it with you, do not plot harm against a neighbor who lives truthfully near you. Do not accuse a man for no reason when he's done no harm. Do not envy a violent man or choose his ways. Don't do these things. So those are all examples of, sound judgment and discernment. To preserve sound judgment and discernment is to not do those things. Why? For the Lord detests the perverse man, but takes the upright in his confidence. Takes the upright, yes, there's the other ones I like too, but the Lord, also the Lord, well, actually, to reiterate, the Lord the Lord's curse is on the house of the wicked, but he blesses the home of the righteous. He mocks the proud mockers, but gives grace to the humble. Okay, grace to the humble, blesses the one in the home of the righteous. The upright are in his confidence, and his counsel guides them as they're his friend, I guess, with some of the translations. And then this one sort of flip-flops. We've been hearing something bad about the wicked and good about the godly. Now it's sort of whoop, and we say now we're talking about the wise first. The wise inherit honor, but the fools he holds up to shame. Cool. Yeah. Thank you, God, for this time. Please help my videos to not be having added noises and having the screen right, and God, I just pray that it's enjoyable for people to watch, or it's helpful. Please bless these videos. Thank you for the time. Help me meditate on these and others throughout the day.